I'm the Telecoms Operations Manager for the north of England and Scotland, running all the telecom projects. Started working here 5 years ago as a junior site agent, progressed up to a project manager, contracts manager, and now basically run all the telecom projects for Instalcom from anywhere north of Birmingham. I'm a bit old school. I didn't, in my head, didn't want this, didn't need it, better things to do. It wasn't going to do me any benefit. I was completely against it. I even told our MD, I've better things to do. This is not for me. I'm better out on site getting work done. He said, you need to go on this course, get this course done, and let's see. First lesson, we had the introductory one, then we had the first lesson. I come away from, it was this room actually, what we're in now. I come away from here, I was still against it. Our MD rung me, asked me, how are you getting on? This is a complete waste of time. He told me to shut up, carry on doing it. Second lesson, halfway into it, then we got into it. Then I don't know what it was, something clicked. Something, I don't know the way, maybe the way it was presented by Carl, but something clicked and I thought, hang on. And started listening, paying a bit more attention. Well, I didn't pay attention, but letting it sink in. By the end of the second lesson, I was in. That was me, signed up for it. It brought something out of me. It taught me. I mean, I've got 40 years practical experience. You're never too old to learn. This just helps you get it together. I love the audience participation. I think there's 8 of us done the course. Most of them worked for me, but it brought something out of us that none of us knew we had. Got us talking. People who barely talk opened up and started discussing, and yes, and you bounce off each other. You might say something, I'll disagree, he'll say, well, hang on, think about it this way. It's very, very knowledgeable and in-depth. I was in, it was good. Considering I was completely against it from the initial start when I got told, and by the end of the second lesson, that was me hooked. And it made us better managers, of course it did. Pre this course, if I'm honest, it was chaos. It was utter chaos. It was ranting, roaring, get this done, get that done. There was no thought process. There was no planning. Well, there was planning, but not proper planning. There was no discussing. There was no listening to other people's ideas. This was a hang on, sit back and start thinking about things and start talking, and it made me realise that I can't trust my staff more. Hence, I started delegating more stuff to them. Our whole telecoms operation here now is running, since the course, dare I say it, 60% more smoother. It's made a massive difference, changed me completely, my whole mindset towards work. Dare I say, I had a very aggressive approach to work. That's gone, that's completely gone. He said, take a deep breath now, let's think about this before you go off on a ranting, raving thing, and everyone's just running out with fear, getting things done. I'd go home before the course. I still go home now thinking about work. I'm a manager, it's what you do when you're a senior manager, but my head was scrambled and I couldn't think straight. And I'd work things out, but work them out wrongly. Put them into practice the next day, and then spend the day after putting them right again. But now I'm going home and I'm sitting down with a cup of coffee or a glass of wine even, whatever. I'd think about work, we'll do this, we'll do that. Next morning we discuss it. It's not my way, or that this is the way it's got to be done. We have a discussion. The difference is noticeable, and it's been noticed by quite a few people. There's a bit of Mickey taking us on that what's happened to Mick, that he's this more chilled out, relaxed person and not ranting and roaring, which is good. And that bounces back to my home life. I'm not as stressed out, well, I'm far from stressed at home now. More chilled out, more time with my grandkids, and none of this, I'll do it in a minute, I'll do it in a minute, I'll play with you and I'll take you to the park later. No, it's, yeah, come on, let's do it. It works fine. It is, everything's in place. It is, there's a system, there's a process, and yes, things still go wrong, they always will in this industry, but whereas when they went wrong before, it was a grenade effect. Now it's contained, right? So this has gone wrong, what can we do to put this right? If before the course something went wrong, my reaction and my team's reaction was quite knee-jerk, and we'd multiply that problem. Now we fix it calmly. Life-changing. I think that's a fair way to put it. It's life-changing, both work and personal. Completely life-changing. Made a massive difference. Brilliantly delivered. Look, we're not the brightest of buttons in the construction industry, some of the lads. He explains it in depth, and he gets it out of you. It's there, but he gets this management thought process out of you and makes you put it into practice. He's quite good at that. But as I say, I was anti-LMI, not anymore. Absolutely. I've got some of my lads, as I said to you before, doing the course at the moment. Most of them are all right. One or two of them have got a similar approach to me, and I've had a little mentoring session with them this morning. I've not told them about how I was and that I was the same. I'm letting them come out of that themselves. Do it, please do it. Whoever sees this, get this course done. No matter what your job is, do it. Make you a better person.